That's not what I want.
Give me.
Welcome, everybody, to episode 6.
Why is your camera not on? Why do we have you on camera and not you?
Oh, you're not live. You've gone off, bro. It's not live. Oh, wait, it might be. Wait, oh, listen to me. Yay!
Says I am.
There you are. No, you're
It
not.
might be my internet.
No, or mine. What the fuck? Why is it saying watch now, and then I click on it, and then it says offline? The fuck?
Yeah.
This is my end.
Oh, we're on episode
Oh,
6.
no, here we go, here we go. Yeah.
How many episodes are there? Do we know? Are we allowed to know?
This is episode
32.
6.
This is. I'm sorry, you said 6 earlier.
Hey, the episode, yeah. What do you mean, no such file or...
The stream
This is
does not exist.
This is episode 5.
Episode 6.
Episode.
Sorry.
Oh, is it episode 6? Oh shit! I've told everyone episode 5. My bad.
Oh well. My bad, I think.
But it says the episode 6 there anyway. Just blame it on me. I can't stop it now. The API has been sent.
Hey,
All the
Cookie.
messages.
How you doing? Good to see you in chat.
He is
Present.
presente.
I am.
Cookie. So, previously, we travelled through the swamps in a hurried chase after a necromancer who'd been tormenting a small town. However, he left behind traps that delayed you, such as a zombie mammoth, and managed to make his escape. As you come the rest of the way through the forests, you find yourself near a main road that runs parallel to a river a few hundred meters off, heading south towards the coastal town of Bellephonex, coastal city. A large trade hub that has many ships coming from down the rivers and delivering goods that then go out into the ocean and up and down the coast, or even off to various islands or various further destinations.
I feel like that's a subtle hint.
Explore.
Did prosper.
Oh, there it is. That's good.
As you head towards the city gates, you see guards there pulling carts out of the line and searching them and taxing merchants on their goods. They wave the three of you through.
I feel like I missed something here.
So they've allowed us entry to the city. Let's go. Did we, Makoto and Arubas, before we went asleep on the last one or whatever, did we hit camp? Are we all like revitalized, or are we still battered and bruised from our fight with the man?
You have spent the night. Did you sleep?
We did sleep, but I don't remember getting here.
I had issues.
You're getting here now. This is the new.
So we had a rest. Yeah, we've been to camp. We slept. We woke up, and now we've travelled here. We've gone south, and we're at the gates of Bellephonex, and the merchants have allowed us in.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go in pursuit of the dodgy necromancer guy in it who we never found. Cool. It's looking like a rather large town here, guys. I mean, what's our play here? What do you reckon, Makoto? Wanna go and should we send your pets out and have a little run around? Should we send the do you think you can do that, or will you get lost?
Yeah, as you
Will you never come back?
as you kind of enter and get close to the town, you see this kind of large curtain wall that ends at the low cliff towards the river, the sea edge, and it's built up of these wood and stone houses with blue slate roofs, and there's just loads of houses and alleyways and people bustling around, carts and horses and animals, and people setting up little stalls alongside the road selling hot food and various goods and wares and knickknacks.
Food, that sounds good. Food, knickknacks. Do we need to find a place to stay tonight? Should we go and look for somewhere like that in the inn? Or
Are you just hoping for another barmaid? Gertrude.
God damn you, Makoa, you know the world.
A rude.
The fastest way to gain information is, probably Gertrude's way, sleeping with a barmaid.
Or there's these traders. Maybe these food traders might know something.
You're going to those food traders now, are you, Gertrude?
I'm happy to go question some food traders.
Let's go question them then.
It's probably a good idea to go question.
Because I sit here stuffing my face.
I was going to ask what you're eating there. Looks like.
Because he made a pasta.
Oh, let's go.
We did.
So
I don't know what it tastes like, so.
You head up to this woman. She's got a little simple metal grill set up on the side of the road, charcoal, and she's grilling these little ravioli packets of pasta stuffed with something, and what looks like some kind of fried chicken kind of speared on a little skewer. She goes,
I'm gonna ask
a little mouse's nose poops its way out of my pocket and goes, and then my puppet is randomly trying to peek out through my hair and reach for the food because they starve apparently otherwise.
3 coppers each, or 5 for 2.
3 coppers each or 5? All right, I'll take 2.
So you take a little 2 little pastas, or a chicken and a pasta, or?
Can I take a chicken and a pasta, please?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Kind of takes 5 coppers off you and hands you these little things with a little kind of folded kind of cloth napkin type thing.
Yum. Burn the town to the ground. Oh, give it a second, Duke. one never knows what one might find. Currently, we are stuffing our faces. So, one moment. It might happen, knowing Gertrude.
I wish to offer the food trader a trade. Would they be willing to give me some food in exchange for a bar of soap? I mean, I've got soap in my backpack and I don't need it. I'm on the road.
She takes the soap off you and smells it, and turns it over and rubs it with her thumb for a second. Roll me a diplomacy check.
Diplomacy. Bear with me a second. Diplomacy roll. There you go.
She goes, smells good. And kind of tucks it into her pocket.
Yeah, she accepted the trade, yeah?
Hands you a little, chicken on a stick and a pasta dumpling.
Awesome. Thank you very much, dear trader. I didn't catch your name.
For soap?
So I got pasta dish and chicken, yeah?
I'm Margaret. Thank you, kind traveller.
Thank you. My name is Gertrude. Nice to meet you, Margaret.
Oh, that's a lovely name. What brings you to Bellephonex?
Oh, we're on the trail of someone right now. We're looking for what do we call him, guys? A necromancer of sorts? An evil wizard?
I would say
Okay.
necromancer.
Necromancer?
Like-
I would
with-
say it's
with-
an
with an-
evil necromancer of sorts.
of sorts.
I'd like to just like reach down and take the rope that's tied around my waist and pull the head out and be like, "Do you know this person?" To the merchant lady.
Oh my god, scary.
This is the
Zox,
head.
apparently your mic is quite quiet for other people to hear. I can hear you just fine, but again, I'm in
Will
Discord.
admit I did turn him up a bit.
Who's that? Me? I'm quiet. Or
No, you're loud
No,
as always.
Zox. Is your name
Oh, sorry.
Zox?
Mellow.
Sir DM.
I swear he's just melted like even more.
No.
It was like, no one can hear me
Don't
today.
melt me.
There's the floating head in the corner there.
I'm like options. I could turn down everybody else, and then you turn your volume up, and then it's more balanced. I also move a bit closer to Mike. That feels good. Anyway,
You could turn your microphone sensitivity up as well, maybe. That might, but it pick up other stuff too. It's up to you.
yeah, not the biggest fan of that, but
So poor Rubus is just scared. What's her name? Melissa or whatever.
Margaret.
Hello.
Oh my gosh.
Hello.
Margaret to death with a dead head.
Yes,
Tied around his ropey waist.
as you say, we are chasing a necromancer and pull out this head. This woman's face kind of goes white, and she reaches under like the top of her shirt and grabs hold of a necklace of some kind, and she kind of puts a lid over her grill while it's still cooking to kind of shield it from this rotting head. She's just like, huh, get that thing out of here.
That's a good stealth and safety code.
No, do you recognize him as part of the people that we're looking for? So why would I shove my feet around the bush with this question?
I mean, I'd say you found him.
The tree says be around
Did
the
you
bush.
lose the rest of him?
Yes, quite literally, yes. We're looking for the rest of him.
Sorry, I don't know this fellow.
Okay, no worries. I'm gonna just wrap it back up and tie it back around my waist.
Is that Livy or Harry?
That's Libby. I can't go to sleep. It's not fair.
Aw.
I told her stay in there quiet.
Welcome to real life, people.
As you put the head away, she kind
Sorry.
of drags her little grill just a few meters further away the road and sets up and kind of calls out to more people walking past.
You scared her away, Rubus.
I mean, what's the point?
Like, have a conversation. Learn how to talk to people. What's your charisma? Just curious.
As you guys are having this conversation, what kind of shoes are you all wearing?
I don't have any.
Mm-hmm.
I'm barefoot.
Mm-hmm.
As far as I'm aware, I got no shoes too.
Fuck, we're poor.
It's not about being poor. I'm a kitsune.
I'm a spider, so I need to buy 4 pairs of shoes.
Is it hot? Is the ground hot? Is that what we're going with here? Am I melting?
Rubus, you look down and you feel something and look down and see a small child in kind of raggedy clothes, and he's got like a little bucket of polish and a brush, and he's just kind of polishing your feet. And he kind of looks up at you with this like impish little grin, and he goes, "Copper for a polish?"
Okay, out of
Cool.
character. Polishing the wood.
Yeah.
Rubus,
I'm gonna-
tread lightly. Tread lightly, sir.
The wood of feet. The feet of the wood.
Reach into a mystical pocket that I do not necessarily have and toss him a coin.
Okay. He kind of catches it out of the air with a grin, and he's like, "Ah, so you guys are looking for nasty folks, are ya?"
Definitely looking for some nasty folks.
Of course, the street urchin would know.
Well, if you head on down the road, near the centre of the towns is the main notice board. If anything weird's going on, it usually gets put up there.
A notice board of weird happenings.
Anyone who wants to can give me a perception check.
Okay. Oh.
Oh yes, they're in it. See, there you go. Senses.
Perception check, sorry.
It's just pathetic.
Makoto, you notice a small goblin child trying to reach for where Rubus pulled out a coin to chuck to this little boy.
Okay, my option is to reach forward and grab hold of the scruff of his collar. Is he wearing a collar? What is he wearing?
He's wearing kind of like similar kind of
Street urchin clothes?
Street urchin clothes. Exactly.
Yeah, he's a
he's got like a little cap on, you know.
Okay, I changed my mind because it probably will fall apart in my hand. So I'm gonna put my hand in front of his face and like be like
Didn't do the perception check for me, which is really annoying. I did push the button.
I don't believe
Push
you.
it harder, Rubus.
It no work for me.
Between polishing and buttons, I don't know where we're gonna go with this, but it's happening.
This little child and his little goblin friend both just sprint away as soon as he's made.
Where are they going? Can I spot where they're going?
Yeah, let's chase them.
They kind of run off the main road into an alleyway.
It's not working now.
Right.
You can for sure chase them. Like, they're children, you're pretty sure you could probably catch up.
I would like to pursue them, but I don't think I want to chase. Like, that seems intimidating.
You're going to try and track them through the city.
I would like to follow them.
Would you like me to transmute and get skittering out there, start skulking around and listening?
We're in a city. How big of a spider are you when you transmute?
Like human
A
size.
human-sized
Oh,
spider.
Okay, well, that's interesting, isn't it?
Spider walking around this house and nothing's
Do you
going
think
on.
that's going to be conducive to getting us
Down the
anywhere in
alleyway
this town?
walk. Nah, probably not.
No. just to clarify.
Be fun though. Skulking over the blue bricks. Alright, so let's make way then. Unless Rubus, we can't get no food. He's scared her away. Never mind.
Rubus eats light and water. And
True, good point.
sometimes dirt.
Exactly.
Sometimes a bit of fertilizer.
Sometimes he'll
Take
just
note of
stand
that.
and poo on purpose.
Was that fertilizer?
He'll just walk.
You watch,
Do
I'll
you-
grow
do
back
you
10
do that,
feet in this
Rufus?
city.
If you're walking through somewhere and you see a poo on the floor, do you avoid it or do you walk through it on purpose? As a tree
He sucks
person,
it. He sucks it up.
it's up to you. But I just kind of find
Protein.
the image of it quite funny. You're just like, ooh, piece of poo.
Like piece of candy. Gross.
Tree man does what a tree can.
Wait,
I imagine, like, sometimes you might stick your hand in a bowl of soup. I mean, physically, you could probably drink it and get the same effect, depending on where you put your root bits, but...
I mean, technically, I can drink and eat food normally. Like,
Yeah.
it's just never really. It's not necessary unless I'm in some dark,
I
dingy
think-
corner of the world, and then
Fair enough. Anyway,
What devour creature?
what are you guys doing here?
I'd like to follow the children.
Okay. They head off
actually stroll behind
kind of
and
through
through
the alleyways at a fair pace. You kind of following along enough to keep sight of them without chasing them too hard, I guess, is what you described.
I have a really weird question.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously I'm a kitsune, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my question is, have these people seen one of us before? Because we're kind of like private.
I mean, that's a fairly good question.
Roll me
And
a
Ruba. Have they seen
D20.
Ruba before?
Just roll
Odds.
you a d20.
I've been around for hundreds of years.
Odds.
They
There have
must
been
know about
there's
us.
a kitsune living in the city. Evens. There is not. No. You are it's a trade city, so they see unusual people. And, like,
Okay.
not necessarily unusual, they're just people. But, you know, they see all kinds, and so
All
while they
kinds.
may not have specifically seen kitsunes before, it's not, like, a
It doesn't
shock to
faze
see
them.
someone who's not quite human. Human
But
plus.
would they know?
They wouldn't know
what a
you can
kitsune
turn
is?
into a fox, for example.
Would they know what a kitsune does?
No.
Cool. Okay, cool.
She's got a plan.
I do.
Let's
Alright.
go, Makoto.
Anyone who's
Ollie,
chasing after these guys, give me athletics checks as they kind of scurry through small holes and gaps in the bottom of fences and things like that, and climb over boxes and clamber through alleyways.
So limber.
Yeah, you guys can keep up with a couple of children.
I'm a fox. I better.
You see them
I've got
kind
8
of
legs. I should be able to.
heading to a poorer area of the city, and at a certain point they get to this door in one of the alleyways. And it's kind of like old wooden door with peeling paint, and there's like a couple of slates missing from the roof, and they knock a couple of times in a particular rhythm, and then the door opens and they scurry in.
Do I notice what rhythm they're knocking in?
Roll me a perception check.
Okay, 1 second. Oh, go away. Shoo shoo.
You need a 17 or higher.
How's that, bitch?
You notice a particular
Take
rhythm.
it!
You 100% notice a particular rhythm.
Cool.
Secret knock. Let's go.
Cool. Alright, so I'm just gonna saunter on up to the door and go, good effort, and then I'm gonna proceed to put in the specific knock that they did. Is that okay?
Yeah, 100%.
Cool.
The door is opened by like a little ginger child who
Oh god. We're
looks,
entering hell.
looks
Or an
out
orphanage.
looks out at kind of his eye level, and then his eyes track up, and he kind of lets out a little yelp and tries to close the door.
Put your foot in it.
Can I just slam my way through the door, please?
Wait!
No, I'm
There's
gonna
no
put my
ways
foot
in
in the
this
door.
one. Like, I'm just gonna go straight through. The ginger kids opened it. We figured out his soulless.
I'm gonna throw my hands
We're
up on
gonna
the
go
door
straight
jam. Okay, hold your horses. I'm gonna throw my hands up on the door jam. Block Rubus from being the giant tree thing that he is. And my poppet is gonna pop out of my pocket and be all like this, trying to stop the kid and be nice and open up its arms to it.
And he says, "Hello there, giant child. We're friendly."
It doesn't talk, sadly, but it does a lot with his expressions.
The kid kind of like looks up at you two and he's like, we paid our dues this month.
You
Hey,
think I'm a
dude.
debt collector?
He lets out kind of like a deep sigh and he's like, okay. Hi?
Well, wait. Hello. I'm Mac. You can call me Mac. But my question is, what is this place that you think that we are debt collectors?
Well, I thought you were shadows.
Shadows? What's a shadow?
Kid, you're very mistaken. I'm not a shadow. I'm quite hard.
Quite hard? Rubus, calm down.
He's quite real.
You knew the secret knock, so I thought, the shadows If you don't know what they are, I'm not sure I should tell you.
Anyway.
No. As if they're good people, it's fine. If they're bad people, we can help you. Like, it's just so strange that a tiny child would be scared and think that we were here to take money off of them.
I mean,
Where are your parents? Do you live here alone?
I mean, none of us really have parents.
Aw. My little poppet is now like cuddling the leg of this tiny person in the hope, like, they are people, right? They're not like
This is a human child.
okay, just checking. And cuddling this tiny person on the ankle and being all like,
Sobbing and
He's kind of like, well, the shadows, they run kind of the underground of the city. They're most of the adults and anyone who, well, lives a life of crime got to pay their dues.
So you're a criminal then, are you, child?
I mean, yeah. It's
do
not
they
easy.
make you do it?
Oh, it's not easy living kind of on the streets. You do a little pickpocketing, and sometimes, you get seen by unsavory sorts, and they tell you how the world works.
This is sad. Well, as you probably have seen lots of things, hiding in the corners and doing whatever it is that you do to get by, do you think perhaps you might be able to help us in finding someone, or maybe finding out some information about where we might be able to find someone?
He kind of, like, looks up at you, and you see, like, he's got a little quiver to his lip, but there's a little bit of a glint in his eye, and he's like, oh, I mean,
Scary.
there's a fair few of us live here. We've got eyes all over the city. If
I'm
you've
gonna
got the
reach
right-
down and I'm
the
gonna
right
pull my robe
price.
up again and I'm gonna pull the head out and be like, "Do
Why
you
are you
recognize this guy
exposing
at all?"
yourself?
This kid just screams, and he's just like, yeah, don't chop my head off. I wasn't going to charge that much.
No, it's not like
No.
that.
No. I'm not gonna pay you anything. I just want to know if you've seen
I'm
this
not
guy
gonna-
before. That's all I want to know is like, have you seen this guy before? Just waving his head at this child.
No?
Play away, Rubus. You're scaring the child.
What about any? You said there was more of you in there. What about them?
I mean, I guess you can come in and show them.
Thank you. I'm just gonna walk past the child now.
I'm following
you see,
Rubus.
like, it's kind
I
of
wanna
like
know.
a one-room shack. You can see, like, there's a door on the other side that's, like, boarded over, as if this was once part of a larger house and now is its own tiny dwelling. As the city's expanded and, like, dwellings
Cool.
have gotten smaller.
If there's a table in the room, I would like to walk up to the table, put the head down on the table, and just
There
genuinely
is
ask the
a
whole room.
Is wrong with you?
there is a small table in the center of the room. You see, like, little kind of shanty bunk beds and blankets on the floor, housing about, like, 5 children here at the moment, but there's maybe 12 beds. And there's, like, a small grey terrier that's, like, losing patches of fur.
Oh, poor terrier.
As it
Yeah, I'm
sees
just gonna
you, it
walk straight
kind of picks up a
into
little
the
metal
room.
bowl and, like, sits and whimpers.
I'm just gonna walk straight into the middle and put the head down on the table and ask the entire room. Have any of you seen this man before or anyone similar?
One of the
Me
children
dead.
looks at you and is like, kind of peers at the head and he's like, I think so, mister. I mean, he's kind of worse for wear, but I think he used to come and sell, like, fruit and veg every few, once or twice a season down at market.
Can you give me any more information on that?
I think he had a sign up that said he was from Furwood or Furfield or something, some farming village.
That's where we came from. We've been there. Have we not?
Pretty sure that's where we came from.
That is where we came from the north. We've been to Fairfield, child. That's no information good enough. We need more. What's this underground world? Who can tell us more? Who's your boss? Who do you pay your wages to?
I mean,
Your rent to?
the shadows, they find us. Sometimes when kids get a bit older, they'll go join them, but they just kind of get picked up. And you only know that they've joined them because you still see them around sometimes rather than, the other one.
I think we need to find these shadows. We guys, Rubus and Mac. We need to go and hunt for these shadows.
Okay, like yourselves, having this rather well-developed underground, do the shadows have a place such as this, or do you not know? Have you never been there? Do you know anyone who has, potentially?
I mean, there's a guy we sell stolen stuff to. Runs like a small shop, deals in odds and ends and things. He might know more. His name's Fabian.
Fabian.
He operates out of Fabian's Found Goods.
Whereabouts in the town is this place?
It's near the docks to the south. Just kind of on the main thoroughfare. Just before it kind of gets to the cliff and heads down to the docks, you want to turn right, and it's at the top of the cliff there, about 200 meters down. Sign. Can you read? A sign's got a picture of kind of like a sack with some necklaces kind of draped out of the top, and it says Fabian's Found Goods.
Coin for someone who takes us there.
The boy who kind of inspected the head and seemed the least kind of frightened of it is like stands up and he's like holds out his hand.
Not until we get there.
Alright. He kind of smiles at you and darts out of the door. He's off. He's heading there.
Is that the cue to follow? I was about to ask, is that the cue to follow? Like, if he wants to run off, he's not getting paid. I guess I'm gonna follow him.
Alright.
Maybe.
He kind of like moves at a steady, fast walking pace out the door, and he's kind of heading. He told you along the main thoroughfare, but the path he's taking is more direct and goes through like these twisting alleyways and like past like the backs of taverns and like through little kind of pub beer gardens and things. At one point you pass someone's washing and you're pretty sure that's just like not a public walkway. And he heads like through past people, even the alleys here. Like
what kind of washing is it?
Now and then. Bloomers. Big lacy bloomers.
Okay. I swear that was the first thing you thought of then.
It's just if I am picturing like in a cartoon washing on the line, you know? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So, he leads you, and it's this kind of reasonably nice building, kind of white trim on the wooden parts, but mostly made of stone. Like nice glass in these shuttered windows, small shuttered windows rather than kind of a large shop front display. And the door is this thick oak door, and it's currently open for business with this sign hanging in the breeze of this sack of loot, essentially. The child kind of holds out his hand, and he's like, "Here you are, mister. Brought you right there."
Cool. I'm gonna give him a coin. I'm gonna give him a copper one.
He bites it, tucks it into a pocket under his shirt, and he's like, "If you need me, you know where to find me." And vanishes into the crowd of people. A couple of seconds later, you hear someone kind of yell out and say, "My money!"
I'm gonna go sit on the opposite side of the street and just watch the shop because I have no idea what Makato or Gertrude is doing.
Did you guys?
I've been following you.
I mean, pretty much Same's just been following the situation and seeing what's going on.
Yeah, right now I'm sitting down on the side of the road next to you, bro, wondering what you're doing.
Yeah.
I
There's,
think
you know,
the best approach for this situation would be for one of us to check out the shop.
You can go and have a look over there if you want. I don't mind. Have a little listen. I come from a criminal background, remember, so I should have some knowledge about how this criminal underground works when we get there.
yeah.
Possibly.
Well, potentially. Roll me a criminal knowledge check.
Bear with me 1 second. Where would that be? Character sheet.
At the bottom of your skills.
Skills. Okay, skills. Feats. Is it? No. Where's my skill?
On the first page.
Oh, sorry. Underworld, yeah?
Yep.
There you go.
You have heard pretty much nothing about the crime in this particular city. You know how criminal underworlds work. You know that, there's looser or tighter setups. There's various ways. It can be just gangs that fight each other, or sometimes they're more organized. Sometimes they have kind of a front of hospitality. You have heard that in this town, the underworld is run by a man who likes to feed people to his giant blind alligator in the sewers.
Rude.
Hey, so we better watch out for him.
You have also heard that there is a kind of criminal network that has extended to the highest tiers of the city guard here. Those are the two things that you know based on your failed knowledge check. One of them is true and one of them is false.
Okie dokie.
As happens when you fail knowledge checks.
Cool. So, so I'm uncertain, but I've heard rumours of these both, which I've now just told to Mac and Rubus.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's an alligator in the sewers.
Is that all?
That's all. But that was before I went to the shop, right? That's just what I know.
That's just what you know.
So now I'm gonna go and skulk over to the shop. I'm just gonna have a little browse around other wares and see who there is to chat to.
Yeah.
Maybe ask them.
You
Further
essentially you'd heard that this is like a highly criminal town with a brutal alligator rearing boss.
Mhm.
Yeah, you head into the shop. As you enter this shop, it's kind of dark. There's a few candles lit over the place. And you see this man kind of tucked away behind a long counter with a glass display over it that is open on his end, just filled with various items, small timepieces and little rings and necklaces and earrings. And you notice on one of the earrings is just what looks like a little speck of skin or something that hasn't been cleaned off properly.
Okay.
As if this was taken out rather quickly by someone.
It was forcibly removed.
And the man behind the counter, he turns around and he has kind of this dark ochre reddish skin and like 4 small horns on his forehead and a little goatee, and he smiles at you and he goes, "Ah, welcome to Fabian's Found Goods. Buying or selling today, sir?"
Just browsing there, sir, Mr. Fabian. Just here to browse and maybe ask a few questions if you wouldn't mind.
Buying, then. Information can cost dearly or cheaply depending on what you want to know and how badly you want to know it.
Well, considering you've got a ring there with some flesh on it, how about I turn a blind eye to that and we won't expose you and you answer some questions?
Expose me for what, dear fellow? All of the items here are legitimately obtained. I have documents of sale and purchase.
Whilst you are in there, I'm going to say to him,
Go on.
I can't even say her name properly now.
Just call me Mac.
Mac. Yeah, I need to write that down. I've got it
Otto.
written down. To Mac to keep an eye out for shady characters, and that's about it, really.
You see people of all kind of walks of life, lots of sailors, traders, some people kind of like dressed wealthier than others, carts being pulled through the thing, and, you know, and a fair few urchins underfoot and other, you know, slightly dodgy people walking around about their day. You don't currently spot any ongoing crime. Depends how much you want to, I guess, profile people. How racist is Rubus?
How racist is a tree?
What looks dodgy to you?
Human.
Valid point there, Joe. I don't know. That's why I'm having this conversation with Mac.
Well, I'm gonna
mean-
try
The conversation of what looks dodgy or me keeping an eye out on people?
Both.
Okay. I would presume it would need to be a perception check, wouldn't it, to like spot if anything's slightly out of place.
Yes.
In the sense it's like abnormally weird compared to the weird that we've already experienced so far.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Okay. How's that? Does that get me anywhere?
Yeah.
Ooh.
You look around. You don't see any particular like suspicious activity going on. You know, it's middle of the day. There's plenty of people kind of around. It's quite a busy area. There's lots of shops up and down. You see like people forging weapons further down the street. A few different trades and businesses around.
Okay, so nothing weird, sus. No invisible footprints. No.
No
Dodgy
invisible,
smells.
no footprints appearing from nothing.
Mm.
A slight dodgy smell from a nearby sewer grate.
Mm.
Crocodile feast.
Um, yeah.
Could Makoto sneak up and overhear my conversation with this one?
Yeah, what do you say
With
when
an
he
alien?
asks about what information you are seeking?
I want to know how we gain entry to the shadows.
As you say that, his grin doesn't change. Like his easy smile of a man confident in his ability to charm and make money doesn't change at all. And he kind of goes, one moment, and takes like a few steps out from behind the counter, closes the door, and just locks it but leaves the key in the door. And he sees you and he goes, that is an interesting question. You seek them out to join, you say?
Potentially, I'm seeking them. We're on a hunt for a dark soul from Northern Town, and we need to have a word with him. But I do believe the shadows may have some information or know something about them. So I would like to befriend them, potentially work for them. I come from a very sophisticated criminal background myself. I won't go into too much detail, but we walk the same life, so.
I could
uh,
certainly set up a meeting for you.
That would be grand.
Yes.
Where would this meeting be?
So I think I could. If you... For 5 gold, I can arrange a meeting with one of the lieutenants of the shadows.
How about some silver? I don't think I have gold.
If you have 50 silver, I'll accept coin of equal measure.
50 silver?
Hmm.
What else can we work with here? How
Well,
about
I'll give one
you know
gold piece.
I'll tell you what, yeah, we'll do the 5 gold. I'll cover the 5 gold. I don't have silver. You can have the gold. I lied.
You don't have silver.
No, I got gold.
Okay.
So I'm gonna pass you 5 gold pieces, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, Mako, I've got it covered. So I've got 6 gold left. Lovely.
He smiles at you and he gets out like a little receipt pad and a quill and he kind of dips it in ink and he writes down this set of instructions to you. And he hands it to you and you notice that it is in thieves' cant. So it is in kind of this semi-coded language that you know kind of that is used to leave notes and locations. And essentially what it is it is an area of the city and a symbol to look for that will be carved into a building where you are to meet this person. And he says, I will get word to them, and if they wish to meet you, they will be at this location at midnight tomorrow.
If they wish to meet me, it needs to be guaranteed. I don't waste my time. How can you ensure it that they be there, Mr. Fabian?
I suppose if I had some kind of way to pique their interest, some price that you might pay for them to be there.
I mean,
I'm
I do
sure
have
if you lined their pockets a little, they might be more inclined to see you.
I do have a very, very fine pasta dish. I would be willing to give you. You could make them an offer. I've got 5 more gold pieces. You offer them 5 gold. See me.
I think that would be acceptable for them. And he
Okey-doke.
unlocks the door and opens it again. Will that be all, or would you like to peruse my wares, or perhaps relieve yourself of some earthly burdens?
No, I'm alright, thank you. You've done enough. But my 2 friends out here might want to, I don't know, browse your wares. If not, I'll bid you a fair day.
I'm
So,
not even in the
Fabian.
store.
No, I know, but I've introduced you. We're at the door now. He's opened the door, and you 2 are standing there. Oh,
Why
you're
would
across the road sitting there.
They're sitting across the street.
Yeah, so
You can point them out if you want. That's up
Yeah,
to you.
okay, I said my friends over there, they might want to
He
come
kind
in
of
first.
looks over at the 2 of you, and you see his eyes kind of take in every detail of you. And he's like, huh. My shop is open to all, even if they are curiously unadorned, some of them, as he looks at Rubus.
Arubus is unadorned. This gigantic tree folk just sitting there.
Naked.
Yeah, naked.
In a tree way.
With a dead head. And what else are you carrying within that robe of yours? You got a dead head and something else in you that you picked up along the way.
I don't
Sure.
think he's gonna answer.
It's like, no.
Nothing.
That's
You
about
picked
it.
I have this lovely
And
scarf.
polished
That's
shoes.
in the scarf, that's it. I knew there was something else. He's got the scarf around his neck.
And
the
polished feet.
And I have this
polished feet.
robe around my waist and polished feet.
Yes. So I'm gonna bid Fabian a fair day, and I'm gonna run back over to you two. And say, guess what, guys? I've got information. Check this note. We've got to meet the. I've got a way into the shadows at 12 o'clock tomorrow night.
You 2 cannot read this note.
Yeah, I've explained the information to them
Yeah.
because obviously they can't understand the thievery language. But I've explained everything to them
Why
I'd like
can't
to have
why
an
can't we
angry
understand
expression
it?
on my face
because
and
it's
be
Definitely.
like,
code.
It's written in a language that you cannot read.
But what language is it written in?
Thief.
It's a code, thieves code.
Crime language.
Okay. And what if I have thievery?
That is not what gives you the language.
Just didn't know. Just didn't know. You know,
No.
I've lived a hard life. I'm asking these questions because hard lives usually mean you kind of know some stuff.
Essentially. It's definitely something that is learnable.
Okay, just ask. I just need to ask.
I mean, I could sit here and teach it to you until 12 midnight tomorrow night.
Gertrude, I have a feeling you'd probably teach me a few things, but no, thank you. I'm good.
Yes.
Yes.
We shall find out.
Oh God.
So as you kind of stand in the street, this is the last kind of street before there's a little gap where there's no buildings, and then the cliff edge and these long like switchback stairs that lead down to the harbour where, you know, this series of locks from the river release boats down into the harbour, and boats from the harbour dock and people climb up, the sailors and traders. And the wind kind of whistles past here nearer the cliffside.
Okay. What's the plan here, everybody?
We've got to wait until midnight tomorrow night.
Literally, we're just gonna sit around and wait until midnight.
Tomorrow.
The
I'm
next
gonna-
day.
back to that house with the kids.
Is it?
Come back there.
Okay. Can I have a brief moment to go get a quick drink and use the restroom?
Of course.
Thank you. Be right back.
Alright, quick break for anyone who needs it. I will do the same.
I need to be right back screen.
Just be like, yo.
I'll be right back.
No worries. I'll chill. I'll keep you all company. Where do you guys think it's going next? Yes. Huh? Alright, it is hot. You just have to chill. Get some water. So we get in there and get to feed this crocodile guy, eh? What do you reckon, chap? I'm gonna feed Rubus to it. He said he's hard and polished.
Dun 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 dun. Invisible Rubus.
Invisible Rubus.
How are you doing? Hey? Everyone having fun? All of our viewers? How you doing, Scary?
I said to them, when we get down to the crocodile guy, if he exists, I'm gonna try and feed Rubus to him.
If he exists.
Yeah, because he might not exist.
I do love your thing of like every time you fail to like recall something, you remember a truth and a lie. It's so fun for me specifically because I just get to be like, what is something fun and interesting and something else fun and interesting, and I get to choose which one's true. At any point until it's confirmed, I can still change my mind.
So it could always be a lie. Or it could always be true. It's like Pandora's box for me.
Exactly.
It's never known until
Glad
it's
you're doing
open.
alright, Scary. Ah. Yeah.
What do you think, Scary? Do you think I should feed Rubus to the crocodile man?
Wow. I just came back at the right time, didn't I?
What's that? Feeding cookie to the crocodile man?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's starting with the children and
Moogle.
scaring everyone.
It's gonna be bad for Rubus.
Why is my camera not showing up on the stream, but I'm like
Damn.
there?
I
The
don't
fuck?
know.
What has happened?
What have you
There
done?
we go. I didn't do anything.
What have you done? What have you done? No, it was because it was minimized. I've unminimized it.
Oh, okay. Oh dear, dying.
Everybody's dying.
Oh, that's terrible.
Crunchy.
Yeah, it's the worst drink ever. Why did I do that?
Right, so is Rubus also gone?
Yeah, Rubus is taking a moment. He's back. I think
Alright, I
he's
was
coming back.
getting a drink and taking a break, you know.
I made mistakes, Cookie.
There you go.
Other breaks are available.
Give me a break. Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar. We are not sponsored, but I'm doing it anyway.
Other wafer chocolate bars are available.
Nondescript or logoed wafer chocolate bars.
Have a time out.
Have a time out. Well, that was entertaining.
Should I make a logo for the stream and just call it wafer bars?
When you need a timeout. And then just run like a brief ad in the middle with my child screaming in the corner. It's fine.
Hey, you ever put living on there too?
Yeah, we can throw
If
hair in
any
there.
chocolate companies ever do want to sponsor us, I will get very fat.
Happily fat. Don't forget to add the word happily.
I will get happily fat for you
Yeah.
to show how good your chocolate is.
I don't eat chocolate, but I will. I'll take some. Just
Take some.
I've got children. I have needs.
Anyway, so you guys, you've left Fabian's little store. You're currently down kind of one of the market streets in this large city. Yeah.
So what was at the end of the street?
Uh,
Oh wait, no, Ruger said you want to double back to the kids, don't you?
Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
He's obsessed with the children today.
Mm-mm.
You want to go and pick on them some more.
No. No. I don't want to pick on them.
you want to pick on him?
I said I don't want to pick on them.
Okay. I'm not sure I believe that, but okay.
Wants to go back and scare him.
So you make your way back to this little kind of side room that's cordoned off from this house. Heading in to knocking on the door and saying hello to the children.
Hello, children.
I'm back.
Makato, can you do the knocking thing?
Oh, yeah, okay.
You do the secret knock.
There we go, it's done.
The door is opened
I hope
by
everyone appreciated my sound effects for that. It was
a
great.
young ginger boy.
Again.
Again. Oh,
Just gonna walk
you're
straight
back.
into the room.
Oh. He kind of gets out of your way. Can I help you, mister?
Yeah, you'll have to give me a minute though, because I forgot what I was gonna say.
Oh no, he come here and he doesn't remember why. He doesn't remember why he came here. That's terrible. No.
The tree is old. Give the tree a break.
He's just gone into photosynthesis mode. He's just giving him 10 minutes.
He just didn't want to stay in a tavern. He was like, we're going somewhere where Gertrude can't sleep with anyone.
Well,
I don't know what you're welling about. They're,
This is
they're
Gertrude.
children, Makoto.
This is
That-
Gertrude.
Yeah, but in this universe, that's
Gertrude is a
that's
spider.
physically impossible.
Gertrude may
Because of-
potentially
Because of
fight
literal
them.
gods. There's a literal god who just prevents all of that from ever happening to any child ever in this universe.
I like that god. That god's a good god.
Yeah, it's
Definitely.
universally agreed to be one of the best gods.
He just turned around and said, I volunteer as
There
tribute.
was once a god of that happening to children, but they were killed pretty quickly by a lot of the other gods.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
God's didn't seem fit now.
Yeah. So, Rubus, have you figured out what you wanted to say to the little child here, or are you still lost in
Lost in the
momentum?
leaves.
No, it will come to me in a moment.
Oh my lord!
And I'm just gonna sit down now.
You're just gonna sit there in the doorway.
No, I'm in the middle. I'm in the room. I've walked straight in, mate.
With
They open the door and said, "Hey, mister."
as
He
you-
walks in and sits down because there's nothing.
As you sit down, this little kind of like balding terrier walks up to
kisses
you
down your leg.
and it cocks one of its back legs up.
You're gonna kick it away from me.
While you're sitting, are you that
Yes.
nimble?
Yes.
It lets out a little kind of yelp of pain and
And I'm just gonna
limps-
say I've just
limps
had
away.
his feet polished. There was a reason for coming back here, but I seem to have forgotten. So we'll just go with we want cheap lodgings. And just gesturing at the child to give me information.
Me looking at Rufus. They're homeless. They don't know what a lodging is. They live nowhere.
Okay, a cheap place to sleep?
Alright. Like a tavern, or?
Preferably not a tavern after the last experience.
Side eyes Gertrude, knowingly.
Well, there's Sailor's Rest. That's kind of a cheap lodging.
What kind of establishment is that?
It's literally just a bunch of rooms for sailors that don't want to sleep on the boat while they're ashore.
Where can we find this place?
It's just down the stairs by the docks.
I mean, that would make sense, but have you got anything a bit more specific?
It's literally at the bottom of the stairs.
I'm sure there'll be a sign. Correct?
Oh, we could ask another
It's got a
trader.
sign, yeah.
Follow the traders and the ones that are staggering around the place.
If I remember what I came here for, I shall come back and I will ask you.
Oh. If you remember what you came here for, and you've got money to pay for the answer, you're welcome to.
Edge my way out the room now after standing up.
So we what?
As
Heading
you
off to
as you leave, you hear the door kind of lock quite firmly.
I think they're done with us. You've ruined it, Rufus.
I shall remember, and I will have answers.
He will. I have
scared
sex.
him off. You've just scared them so much now they want nothing to do with us.
Rubus, bullier of children.
Did kind of just remember.
What you wanted to ask
What did
them,
you want
boys?
to ask him? Tell us. Tell us so that we can at least remember for you. What
Yeah,
did you want
just
to
so
ask?
we know. Like,
I was
just
going.
tell us.
I was going to ask them about their dealings with the shadow people, like, i.e.,
How's it
How it works.
organized? Like, yeah.
Well, once a month or so they come down. They kind of do a head count of everyone. And they tell us how much money we've got to make the next month and take the last month's payment.
Why do they do a head count, though?
See how much we've got to pay for, you know?
Bodies.
So they get the kids out there pickpocketing for a fee.
Are they genuinely just ruffians, or are they
I mean,
Sophisticated.
sometimes they're pretty scary looking folk, and sometimes they look, you know, normal, sometimes even kind of nicer. You know, sometimes it's a nice person, sometimes it's a mean person. You know, can't go hoping it's a nice person all the time, but get what you get.
okay?
It's not the same person every time, you know.
That's
Have you got any names for me?
They don't say when they're collecting.
And has it always been someone different every time?
Not every time.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes you get repeats.
there
I
anyone
dunno.
distinguishable from the group of people that seem to be coming and collecting your money?
There was a lizard man once. He had like greeny brown scales and a pointy mouth. And
The crocodile, we've heard of that. It's not a crocodile, it's
Did
a
you say
lizard.
crocodile with overbite?
What?
Is that what you said? Was a crocodile with overbite?
No, I said the crocodile man we've been looking for.
Oh,
you've heard of the crocodile man?
Yeah. Now it's becoming more and more true. Maybe he does exist. It's the lizard. I think all crocodiles have got an overbite, to be fair, anyway. And I wouldn't want to be bit by one.
I wouldn't want to be bit by.
apologies. I'm really sorry. I didn't hear.
You're good. It's all good.
Well, if you know the crocodile man, then that's the lead you need, isn't it?
We know of him. I think.
Just not where he is, particularly, that I know of.
I would very much like to meet this crocodile man. Wonder if he has a brother called the Elephant Man.
Oh.
The crocodile and the elephant.
Does he reside in town, or is he kind of like an external person?
He lives in the city.
Okay.
I mean,
So-
as far as I know. But the shadows are pretty local.
Do you know where he lives in the city? Which houses it is?
I don't know. I mean, I don't really follow people like that home, you know?
It's a bit weird, isn't it?
Maybe next time you should follow someone home. You might have some more information.
Shall we potentially go to this other like place of like rest?
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree with McCarthy. This conversation has gone on far too long.
I'm down. I'll follow along. In excitement for tomorrow night.
As you head down the main road, you reach the cliff edge, and there is this wide set of stairs that heads down along the cliff and back, heading down to the port. And at the top of the stairs is a large notice board.
Okay, can I take a look at the notice board?
Sure thing. You see various kind of posters and scraps of paper pinned up with messages written in common, kind of requests and rewards written up. There's a like large kind of scroll with a list of animals and a price next to them. Kind of, you see like at the top of the list is like 28,000 gold dragon flesh, 10,000 gold griffin, and like nearer the bottom is like 500 gold displacer beast, and other kind of rarer creatures. There is a notice up from the city offering a reward to anyone willing to investigate a blockage in the sewers.
Ooh, this one sounds interesting for us.
Local stable is wanting anyone, especially clerics or anyone who can investigate why their horses are taking ill. Gertrude, you notice a note scratched into kind of the notice board itself in Thieves' Cant, asking for a crew to meet up to take on a potential job, kind of at about 1 a.m. tonight.
Okay.
There's
That sounds pretty good.
There's a few notices from ships going to different cities asking for hired guards to guard against pirates and similar things. Alchemists there's an alchemist who has a list of plants and ingredients they're willing to pay for. A lost child for 12 silver pieces.
Is that all it's
and-
worth? Damn.
It may be all they have. And a temple has put up a notice asking for people to find out who has been vandalizing them.
Can we have all of them?
You can certainly try.
Maybe if we pick all of them up.
You can spend
It's
as
like a quest.
long in this city as you want, and you can try and investigate as many of these leads as you want.
I'm gonna play this like I would World of Warcraft if I get the opportunity. I'm gonna pick every quest in the area up. This is my fucking Goldshire. If I'm Alliance, which I'm not, by the way. Rog the Horde.
The stable, the temple, and the child.
Sewer.
Yeah, I said that.
Yeah. And 1 a.m. We're on a time schedule for 1 a.m. tonight.
I'm not saying I want to do all of it right now. I just want to pick up the quest.
So you want to send word to you want to go around quickly to each one of them and say, leave it with me. We're going to do this.
I mean, or at least just grab the notices off the board so nobody else can do them, and then we'll do them in the order that we want to.
Okay. So you're going to grab all the request parchment and stow them away in your thingy, yeah?
Yeah, we'll leave the monster hunting stuff off to the side because we're not monster hunters yet.
Yeah. I'm just going to point out to you the thief code on the board, then teach you a little part of that language and tell you about the job one in tonight at 1 a.m. If you guys are willing to break the law. I am.
I am.
Yeah.
Just a quick caveat.
Who wants to do some crimes? I want to do some crimes. I heard someone say they wanted to do some crimes.
I'm walking around with a head tied to my waist. I think.
That's not a crime in this day and age. That's a trophy of your kill.
Trophy.
Part of the investigation. We could go back and get the kids involved as well. Bring them along tonight. They're already criminals.
Maybe they'll earn a pretty penny.
Yeah. Off me. As long as I make some off them. And then we can feed them to the crocodile in the sewers.
Poor kids. They'll be traumatized forever.
Terrible, terrible role model.
Yes,
There's
indeed.
nothing about being a role model.
So we've grabbed all the parchment off the board. No one else is now privy to these quests, and we are heading off to which one?
Probably. Well, the midnight one is when, like a day and a half from now.
Right. So we've got to meet the shadows tomorrow night at midnight, and tonight at 1 a.m. It's a day and a half away, yeah. And tonight at 1 a.m. there's a potential somebody wants a crew to go and do a job for them, but we don't know what that job is.
Okay, time-sensitive ones we'll do first.
Cool. So we've got half a day right now, though. I believe. What's the time? Like 4 o'clock or something? 3 o'clock? Maybe?
Yeah, something like 3 o'clock.
Cool.
Should we find out what's going on about this missing kid?
Yeah. I'm down.
Yeah,
Why don't we ask the kids?
The note had a
Good
description
idea.
and a small drawing of kind of this small child, looks like maybe 5 or 6 years old, and an address in kind of the poorer side of the city.
Okay. Well, we can bypass going and talking to the parents immediately and go and speak with the children, because the children probably would know a little bit more about this child than we would, especially if they're in the poorer area.
Agreed.
But they
They're
have
kind
locked
of-
their door because they're kind of bored of Rubus.
So maybe you, Makoto, go back there, and me and Ruben stand by the side, and you take your doll and try and persuade them otherwise.
Okay. Can I do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Make me a diplomacy check. Just a general.
Yeah, 1 second. Where did I put it? Hold on. Diplomacy.
Okay.
I'm here for my rolls tonight.
you do your knock, and like the door opens, and before it's like fully open, you hear the child say like, "Come on, we changed the knock already." Oh, it's you.
Sorry, I do have a question.
He kind of looks past you and sees that Rubus isn't with you, and it's just like, "Go on."
So my puppet then pops out of my pocket, and out of my pocket it pulls out the little note that has been rolled up into like a scroll. So it's hanging from like out of a pocket like this, and then the scroll just unfolds and shows the drawn image of the child. Have you seen this child? Perhaps. Puppet anxiously points to it with his little fluffy hand.
Oh, that's little Casey. He lives down the road. I've not seen him for a couple of days. Normally is out and about with his mum or his dad. You know, odd jobs. He's quite young.
Do you know what sort of jobs they were doing?
I think his dad is a roofer, and his mum does sewing work. She goes to some of like the fancier houses and embroiders and fixes dresses.
Okay. Do you remember the last time you potentially saw him walking around the streets?
Probably two days ago. He was. They went up to. I think he said he was going up to Lord Davis's house. His wife was getting a new dress done.
What's his wife's name?
Lady Maribel?
Okay, thank you. I'll go ahead and check there. Now, are you changing the knock?
Can I know?
How am I supposed to get in contact with you again if you change the knock? Are you making it where I can't talk to you anymore? I promise that I won't bring Rubus.
Just because you don't do the special knock doesn't mean no one will answer the door. It just means that the rest of the house might be a little emptier when they do.
Ah, fair play. Thank you very much. I'd like to open up my, well, not open up, my poppet. Flips out a gold coin. Share that with your friends, okay?
He grabs it out of the air, kind of bites it for a second, winces, kind of pulls out a wobbly tooth.
Ah, it's like I'm the tooth fairy.
And then shoves it into a pocket.
Yeah, are you gonna give the tooth to Rubus then? Shove it in the dead head?
What the fuck? It just took me completely out of just like take that child's baby tooth and put it in this dead zombie's head. Oh man.
What else are you gonna carry and do with it?
Do you collect this child's tooth off the floor?
No.
My
Have you not-
puppet does.
You're not there,
Oh.
Rubus. I'm
My
talking to
puppet does.
Makoto, who is definitely far weirder about stuff like children's teeth.
My puppet does. And then I just look and go, it's rude. Do you mind if we keep it?
The kid's like, No, go ahead.
Thank you. Okay, you can have it then. My poppet gets very excited and dips back into my pocket. Not even a crease left behind on the fabric of my clothing.
Alright.
Done.
So there you go. Acquired child's tooth for 1 golden coin. I think you got ripped off there,
Achievement
Makoto.
unlocked.
Man, I was not
What? She's gonna turn
expecting.
that ginger kid into a voodoo doll.
So what, do we go and speak to the kid's parents then? Since the last time the kid was with the parents?
Yeah, we could do. How are we looking for time?
That was one conversation. Surely that didn't come.
Not too long left. Go for a bit longer. See how it looks. and
Okay,
then
cool.
Cut you off at a good cutting off point.
Okay, cool.
Essentially, if you manage to get into a fight, that's the end of the stream. otherwise, you got a
Avoid
little bit
fighting.
of time left.
Okay, let's go and
You don't have
see-
to avoid it. You can get
Just
into a
make
fight
it very
on purpose.
short and
No, it
sweet.
doesn't have to be a short fight. I'm just saying like that we'll pick up at the fight next time.
Let's
That'll
go
give me
and
time to
speak
set up a
with
fight.
the parents of the child.
Okay. Yeah, they tell you. So the address is written on the note. It is just like 4 doors down from this house.
Yep.
You knock and like they open, and it is like this little house with a family in each room.
A family in each room.
Yes.
Okay.
And like this kind of pale, skinny woman opens the door, and she's like, "Hello, can I help you?"
Hi. Sorry. I saw on the billboard that you posted about your. I do presume this is your child who is missing.
Casey?
And then I snap my fingers, and my puppet again pops out and holds up the little sheet of paper with the image of the child on it.
You've seen my Casey, my boy?
No, I have not. I am actually here to question whether or not you remember any of the details before and after the child has gone missing.
Well, I was up at Lord Davis's townhouse. I was fixing a dress for his wife, adding some embroidery and some beadwork. And I brought little Casey along. He's such a good boy. I was busy working for most of the day, and Lord Davis and Lady Maribel, they've got a garden, and so he was playing in the garden, and then I went to fetch him when it was time to go home, and he wasn't there. Lord and Lady said they hadn't seen him come in the house. I don't know if he climbed the wall or...
How well do you know this Lord and Lady?
Lady Maribel is a good customer. She's used my work a few times, and she says it's very good. I don't know Lord Davis very well. He doesn't speak to the help very much.
Does
Has
he
he
have a
ever s-
crocodile?
What?
We're looking for a crocodile man, aren't we? Lord Davis might be the one.
I don't. I haven't ever seen a crocodile there. I don't think he much likes animals. It's no pets. Hunting trophies. No pets.
Okay. Sorry, Makoto. Go on.
Have there been any conversations about Casey with the lady or the lord of the house?
Lady Maribel does fuss over him a bit when I bring him over. She'd give him sweets or, lemonade, sweet sweet drinks and little toys. She's very kind with him.
Aw.
Who is
does
Lady Maribel?
Lord Davis's wife. They live in a townhouse in the town. They are not like the rulers of the town, but it's merely local nobility.
Okay. Thank you.
They run a large trading firm that has many ships that go across the lands, and from that they make the majority of their wealth.
So little Casey got sent away.
you can't just flat out ask that.
No, that's what I'm concluding. He's solved. He's gone. Moving on.
It's not case solved. Case started was he's gone. Case solved is he's back.
And Lady Maribel, does she have any children of her own?
I don't think she's been blessed with children yet. She is quite young. Maybe 25 or so.
Okay. Okay, so possibly too young, but old enough to be thinking about it. And do you know where Casey would go if he was ever, say, wanting to play hide and seek or got upset with the family and wanted to go have a break? Or if there was ever any trouble?
He does always love watching the ships come in at the harbour. He liked to see them in and see them when they returned from long journeys. He said it was like seeing old friends.
Okay. Thank you very much.
We have a lead.
Sounds a bit fishy to me.
Are you happy with me to continue my search for Casey? I can't make any promises that we'll be able to find him, but it does touch my heart, and I would like to help if I can.
Please find my son. Please, if you could find him, he means the world to me. And she's weeping at this point.
Oh gosh. My little papa is leaning out of my pocket in the hopes of like trying to console her.
You gotta find my boy.
I will do my best, ma'am. But again, I can't make any promises. But I will take it upon myself to try and find Casey for you.
He wouldn't
We shall
run
go
away.
now.
We will do everything we can.
Okay.
I think we should go to the harbour then.
I think the harbor is where we should go, because if he spends most of his time there, then somebody will recognize him if they're a regular dockhand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Right.
He's just sitting there, kicking the breeze, swinging his legs off the side, upset, watching the ship coming.
To the harbor.
To the harbour it is. The fishy harbour.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Cool.
So you make your way down this long, wide but steep set of stairs, back and forth to the harbour. As you get down, you see the waves kind of breaking against the quay, and a few buildings, warehouses, and taverns, and like hostels built up by the dockside as these large sailing ships are all like anchored up against these piers. You look around the harbour. Give me just investigation checks.
Okay.
Investigation or perception.
Got a natural 20.
What did I get?
26.
Yay!
Working on it. Give me a second. 15.
Yeah, you look around. You see quite a busy dock. There's sailors are unloading this large ship of crates and barrels, kind of lowering them off the side of the ship with like ropes and pulleys. And Gertrude, you see sitting kind of in the shadow of a warehouse down by the end of the last pier on the docks is a young boy kind of rocking backwards and forwards as he looks at this small two-masted sloop.
Okay.
Oh, we found him.
Yeah, I think so. Makoto, Rubus, look over there, quick. Is that the child? I think he's gonna jump on that boat. We better be quick.
My puppet pulls out the drawing and goes, huh? Is it the child?
We don't know. We better run over there and look.
Looks pretty similar.
Okay, cool.
We can see the back of him sitting there on the dock in the shadow. So we better run over and. I run towards him and scream, Casey.
You run towards him screaming his name.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
And you're supposed to be the stealthy one.
You see this
So
child
excited,
kind of,
Where
right?
in all of these adventures has Gertrude been stealthy? Please explain that to me.
The last time I tried it, I got stood on by a mammoth, okay?
So you run
I've given
towards
up
him.
being quiet.
He
You have fucked
turns
this
at
up.
the sound of your voice and lets out this little kind of yelp and falls off the barrel he's sitting on.
Oh, God, no. I've just caused him to fall in the water.
He doesn't fall in the water now.
Oh, okay, let's go, because I can't swim. Spider's drowned.
The spider your size for sure.
So he fell off the barrel.
He's kind of like lying down on the floor looking up at you.
Can I grab hold of him, pick him up, and put him back on the barrel, please?
He kind of makes this little like grumbling yelp noise.
I said, are you Casey? Are you okay? Why are you here?
He's just kind of like looking between the three of you.
Just now as well.
We're here to take you home. Your mum and dad are extremely worried.
Your
So,
mother
yeah.
especially is
Your
very
mother.
scared and worried about you.
She's very upset.
Somewhere in the midst of my pocket has pulled out the leftover chicken dumpling thingy, whatever it is, and is proceeding to like get at the child.
Like, offer it to them.
Yes.
He grabs it and just starts eating it like ravenously.
Okay. I'm gonna reach into my pouch and give him some water from my water skin after that. If
If you
that's
can't drown him by scaring him, he's gonna drown him by waterboarding.
He happily drinks the water.
Doesn't choke.
Doesn't choke to death on water.
For chicken dumplings.
Or chicken dumplings.
Okay, shall we proceed to try and like convince Casey to go home? Like us to take him home?
I'm gonna grab him and take him home. He don't have a choice.
First, like, what's going on? Why has he not gone home?
I wasn't gonna give him a choice. I was just gonna grab him and escort him home.
That's not grabbing and escorting. That's kidnapping.
Is it if you're taking him home?
Yeah, is it?
I mean, does he want to go home? I suppose. Yeah, go on. I'll let you two then. I refrain from grabbing him as Makoto starts to talk, or Rubus.
What's that?
Rubus, do you want to do a rock, paper, scissors for who gets to talk to the child, or are we just gonna let me do it?
I mean, if you want to go down the scary route, I'll show him the head. But
No!
Makoto, you chat to the child.
Jesus!
Do you know this man?
Who is he? Tell me his name! Can you calm down with the fucking dead thing? Jesus!
I mean,
I've fed him off the barrel, we've fed him, and now he's on his back, like sitting cross-legged, just finished his water, and then he looks up and there's a dead head in his face with you, giant tree.
I mean, my answer to it would be like, do you want to end up like this guy and show him the head and be like, you can't just fucking go home?
Fuck!
So
Right.
rude. I'm
You-
just trying to get the point across.
Back up. Just back up. Calm down. Take your head somewhere else.
Rubus, Gertrude, enough.
Jesus. Right.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this or not, but your mother, I don't know about your dad, but I know your mother is very, very worried about you. She's the dressmaker. She was taking care of a lady's dress, and you seem to have left and disappeared. Do you know where you have been? Have you been here this whole time?
What happened, basically?
He gets a really guilty look on his face.
You can tell me, it's okay. Would you like to hold my poppet? Or perhaps maybe I have a mouse in my pocket you can play with, gently.
He holds his hands out.
Okay, I'll take out the little mouse who's eagerly... I've got it by its tail, by the way. Who's eagerly, like, flexing and going towards the little child in a very sweet little way with his nose.
Wants to give it a cuddle.
Yes.
He kind of like gently collects the mouse and like cuddles it to its chest and starts stroking its head with one finger.
No. Cute. Right. So, now would you like to talk about where you've been?
Kind of looks down at the floor and shakes his head.
We're not here to tell you off, we're here to help you. Did something happen? He's still not talking.
No?
Rubus, show him the head. Make him talk.
Okay. Can I roll a deception check to see if I can deceive this child into telling me what's been going on?
No.
Did you say no?
Yeah, I think he said no, yeah. And you got no spells you can cast on him, being a witch.
You can try lying to him, but you will be unable to get him to tell you what's going on.
Can you not speak?
He kind of shrugs.
Okay. Blink once for yes, twice for no. Did you speak before we found you?
He blinks twice.
Okay. Would you like to go home to your mother?
He blinks.
Just
Okay.
one.
I hold up my hand and said, let's go to your mom.
I don't think he wants to go home.
He blinked. Wait.
He
He
blinked.
kind of
He didn't blink twice. Did he?
It was
Strokes.
twice for no, once for yes.
Oh.
strokes the mouse like a couple more times, and then
Sorry.
while holding the mouse in one hand, reaches out his other hand to take yours.
Okay, and let's go. Okay, so, like, I guess we'll take him back to his mom's. I think maybe he potentially might be a mute.
Would have been nice if the mum told us that.
Well, maybe we'll
That's
find
right.
out more when we get there.
Yeah. Alright, so we're taking him back then.
Mm-hmm.
Back to Mum's house.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So we get there. I suppose we just gently knock on the door
Yeah.
and have him standing in front of you. So when she opens the door, she looks down and Casey's home.
In case you don't, surprise.
She lets out this yell of just shock and happiness as she grabs hold of her son and drags him back into her house, into the room that she owns in this house, and
Excuse-
like, hugs him incredibly tightly, and it's just like, oh, where have you been? Where have you been?
Get the dogs.
Casey, you don't go down there all by yourself. You're too young. And she like ruffles his hair, and he's like squirming a little bit.
I have a question for you, madam, if it's possible.
Oh,
As
the reward. Yes, I'll get it right now.
yes, but no. At the same time, the question that I have is has Casey always been quiet?
Oh, yes, he doesn't really say much at all.
Oh, fair play.
He's very quiet, but he's such a good boy.
Is his dad around?
He's working at the moment. I haven't been able to go in.
Okay, so no traumatic experiences to cause him to not to speak in ever or something like that.
You're shrewd over here, child abuse.
Yeah. Did dad beat him up or something?
Neglect.
He's just always been my special boy. I don't know why he never started talking, but
Massive.
Fair enough. Well, he's home safe and sound now, I suppose. That's all that matters, right? Are you gonna give him your mouse or are you gonna take your mouse back?
I look down at my puppet, who's a little bit sad. But then I look to the mom. Would you let him keep a mouse?
she kind of like looks down at Casey and she's just like, a pet's a big responsibility. And he looks up at her and his eyes are just really wide, and there's like a couple of tears start to gather at the bottom of them. And she's just like, oh, and she hugs him even tighter. She's like, of course you can keep it.
Okay. My puppet pulls out of my pocket a cork and hands it to the mouse. I don't know why it's doing it. It's doing it. Apparently, it's like a token of its love and affection for the mouse. That is
Mouse
that.
kind of takes the cork and nibbles it a little bit and then cuddles it close for a second.
And so I suppose you have a new family now. And Casey, you better take care of him because I will come back and I will check on you, as will my little friend here. And I nudge my little poppet for a second.
Casey kind of looks up at you and goes, mm-hmm.
Good, great. Okay.
My clothes. Leave my clothes alone.
What is happening in the background?
What was that?
Whose cones?
Leave my cones alone!
Rufus over here is doing like,
Stay away from my cones!
Ironically, he's talking about his toes and a mosquito that keeps trying to eat his toes.
okay.
Oh.
Toe
I thought he
biter.
said cones.
Well, I gathered that you thought he said cones.
Leave my cones alone, man. Oh.
Get
Yeah,
off of my
Toes.
This lady, she quickly gathers up 9 silver pieces and 28 copper pieces and kind of like pushes them into your hands, Makoto.
Right.
Was it? I thought it was 12 silver.
That's all I have at the moment. Sorry.
That's fine.
Okay,
No.
I hand each of us 9 copper and 3 silver.
I gotta do maths now. Thank you.
Thank you
Oh,
for bringing
and
it
yeah,
back.
Mark,
She
how
kind of
many
looks.
silver? 3.
Yeah, 3.
Woohoo!
Thank you for bringing my son back to me.
You're very
very
welcome.
Glad he's safe and sound.
What time is it in the game?
Probably about 9ish.
Okay, awesome. Right. So we found the child. We've gotten the reward for that. What was the next one that seems slightly easy? Oh, was it the church where people are defacing it?
It was a temple.
Same
Yeah,
thing.
that was it. Temple. Yeah. Temple. Vandalizing on the temple.
And I take it the temple's here in town because it's on the town board.
Yes, it is one of the temples in the temple district.
Okay. And how long would it take to get to the temple district from where we are right now?
Probably about 20 minutes.
Okay, so we can be there by 9:20. Shall we head over that way?
Good do, yeah. Got up, spoke back to 1 a.m.
We could take a look at it.
Okay.
I'm gonna eat some. I'm gonna eat my pasta dish whilst walking along the road.
Okay.
Cause it's about dinner time now. My legs are getting weary.
I mean, or we could just go to a tavern and tavern up and... Well, no, we can't because... I mean, we could for a few hours rest. We could take a short rest. But I don't know if they'll allow us to pay for only a few hours. They might require us to pay for the whole night.
We could just go to where the sailors are and rest for a little bit.
This is true.
What, just sit on the docks and
No.
enjoy it?
No, where the kids were telling us about.
Oh yeah.
Shore leave accommodations.
Yes.
I could go check that out then, I suppose. Maybe get something booked in for the evening.
Mm-hmm.
Get a bit of rest because we're going to be up all night, you know, guys. If we're going out and doing this job tonight.
So you guys want to book some lodgings, have a little rest, and get up for this meeting for this job.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that makes that a good place to call it a night. So you head down to the docks. You spend a copper apiece on lodgings at this cheap room. Just individual rooms with a little kind of bowl of water and a bed. And that's pretty much the entire room.
That would do. Only somewhere just to lay down shortly, innit?
Yep. And you...
No squeaky doors or crooked floors or nothing.
No. Solid deadbolt locks. You
Up against the door.
prop
What'd you
yourself.
say?
I'd like to sleep up against the door.
Oh,
Okie doke. You all get yourselves off to bed. After a hard day investigating your new surroundings.
and we saved the child.
Mm-hmm.
Was it
Yeah, the
pretty
food, too.
good?
Indeed.
So sun's already going down, and the alarm clock is set for what, about 12:45 or something.
How far away from the docks is this meetup?
Just by the notice board at the top of the stairs.
Okay, that's fine then. Yeah, 12:45 is fine.
Alright.
There you go.
Yep.
I will call it a day there.
Cool beans.
I had a very good time. I hope everyone else enjoyed themselves. Scary and everybody else in chat.
And the Duke.
Duke.
He's still there.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was pretty good. This one was alright.
Nice little town.
Rubus needs to calm down with pulling out his head, though. That's a little weird.
Look, it was valid question.
It's a valid question. Look, I mean, depending
When
on
we
how.
started. Sorry, go on.
Living in old times, get straight to the point.
When we first started, I was the evil one. Rubus was the nice. We started off
I'm not
Rubus is maturing
evil.
and getting into an old man who has no time for their shit.
I just have no patience for the bullshit.
I think Gertrude.
As you could see, when I forgot what I was actually going to ask the question, my memory's not quite what it used to be, so we cut the crap out and just get on with it.
That's reasonable. You know, you can't say anything about that. Yeah. I certainly enjoyed myself.
Cool. Did I fuck up the boy quest, though?
Nah.
Ah, cool.
Boy quest was pretty much how I envisaged it. A fairly simple quest of just scared
Find
mother, find boy,
Get loot.
roll well, find boy.
Yeah, I was going to say you did. Messed up. So he got home safe, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Rubus nearly scared him into the ocean. Or me.
That was you, not me.
No, you was going to pull the head out. That would have scared him off even more. But yeah, I nearly, I was it? Made him jump off the barrel.
Alright.
Yeah.
Let's
Find out what this criminal job is next time, mate.
find someone to raid.
Mrs. Suck is playing BG3.
Snacks is on, Tarzan is on.
Snaps is about to do an Among Us with a group of friends.
Oh, okay. Give me the hot sauce is on, doing Dead by Daylight. It's the only ones that I've got up there. Who else do we know? Who is it? That's it, I think.
Who is doing Baldur's Gate 3?
Mrs. Suck, so it's Mrs._SUCC. I did type it into the chat.
Us three need to continue with that campaign at some point, don't we?
Yeesh.
Yes, we do.
You got to Act 3 yet, Cook?
No, actually, I did the one thing that I was trying not to do and start another game.
Yeah.